Do a little more work on the Cafe Racer today. Back when I cut the end of the frame off to make room for the seat, that worked fine, but I still have some extra brackets and tabs and things that I need to cut off today. And also back when I relocated the shock mount, I have the old shock mount here that I need to cut off, and some other things like the passenger brackets and some of this stuff that I don't need anymore. So let's get started. So I've done some prep work for safety. I've got the fuel tank off and my seat off. I've got the back tire covered with aluminum foil, and same with the carburetors. I've spent a lot of time on those. That'll keep embers and sparks from the cutting and grinding off of those critical areas. Now with the bike prepped, I'm going to get suited up. First thing I do is I wear a long sleeve shirt, either cotton or wool, so it doesn't melt if any sparks hit it. Any natural fiber is good. And then I also take a little bit of assembly tape and I wrap it around the sleeves, and what that does is it makes sure that no embers or hot metal pieces go up in there and burn my arm. You can also use a zip tie. Black's okay for this because it's not permanent. Safety glasses. You don't want to get anything in your eye. It's going to be a lot of smoke from the cutting and grinding, so you want to protect your lungs. I also go one step further with the full face shield, and that really protects my entire face from any flying hot embers and debris. And then also some thick leather gloves. And you're going to be handling a lot of hot parts and tools, and you never know, you might slip, and this will help protect your fingers so you don't have to have anything sewn back on. And I'm going to start on this old shock mount. I'm going to put a little oil on there. It's always a good idea when you're cutting and grinding. And because this is straightforward right here, I'm going to go ahead and just use the hacksaw blade. Okay, now that I've got that cut off, it's a little rough here, so I'm just going to take my sanding block and I'm going to smooth that down a little bit. This next tab is welded directly on the frame. Because this is round, I'm going to take the hacksaw blade and I'm going to bow it, and I'm going to wrap it around the frame, and this should cut right through it. That's cleaning up really nice. So I'm just going to keep on cutting and sanding and get this thing detabbed. So this is going to take a while. So I guess I'll see you next time, and don't forget to subscribe.